Alright, people, with Halloween slowly creeping upon us and everybody's getting excited for It Chapter 2. But hold your horses, that's coming soon. In the meantime, we have scary stories to tell in the dark. So let's get it.
Welcome to the Kaiba Show.
Alright, people, so Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is starring Zoe Coletti, Michael Garza, Gabriel Rush, and is directed by Andre Overdahl. And basically, the premise of this movie, we have a bunch of kids that stumble upon a cursed book, and unfortunately, their nightmares become reality. And I'm going to leave it right there because I don't want to ruin the story for you guys. And let's get straight into it. Maybe some of you are aware, maybe some of you guys aren't, but this movie is based off of a book. So if you're born in like the mid 70s, 80s, early 90s, you might be familiar with it. I think it was originally called Scary Stories to Tell at Night. And they decided to turn it into a movie to put on the big screen. And let me start by saying this. I actually was kind of satisfied with this movie, even though it was PG-13, and I'm not a big fan of PG-13 horror film movies because I feel like they dumb it down a little bit. But overall, it was a pretty decent movie. Special effects was at certain times. It looks like certain times the movie maybe they didn't have the money for certain stuff, and other times the movie looks like they did. So the special effects is like at certain scenes. The storyline is pretty decent, not the best for what they gave us, and the acting was there was a couple of characters in there that I didn't really care too much for. A couple of one-liners that were a little cheesy, but overall it was a decent movie, and I love how they didn't rely on cheap jump scares throughout the whole movie. They actually had a creepy eeriness to some of the scenes, and I appreciate that as a horror film fan that, you know, we don't want to see cheap jump scares all the time where you're just depending on loud music and somebody to just like reappear in front of your face to scare the audience. So I actually appreciated that with this movie. They kind of went in a different direction. So with that being said, is it on the level of like a Conjuring 1, 2, or It for like the past 5 years with a bunch of horror films that we got within the last 5 years? No, it's not. But it's a decent movie and it's worth checking out, especially if you have a significant other that's into that stuff. You know, girls like to get scared all the time. So yeah, you could definitely bring your girl to go see this movie. So with that being said, on the Kaiba scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this movie a soft 7. Wasn't the best horror film, like I said, that I've seen in the past 5 years. But it was decent, and it did its job, and I was kind of satisfied when I left the theater. So is it worth seeing general admission? No. Definitely go check it out during matinee. And if you're a big horror film fan, yeah, you can buy it on Blu-ray. But if not, just wait for it to come out on TV. And with that being said, if you like what you see and you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. After doing that, hit the bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. And hit the like button and leave a comment at the bottom.